Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. For today's video, I do have a few products from the brand Lnkerco. The first item, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the point just because I don't want this video to be super long. So sorry if I feel like I'm rushing it. But for today's video, the first item we have here is this portable electric nail drill. Here's how the box looks. The packaging is pretty simple, very straightforward. Nothing too fancy. Let's go ahead and get right into the unboxing. I just want to go ahead and start up today's set just because I have a few other videos I have to try to get up before the end of the week. So I'm trying my best to film every single video in one day so I don't have to stress about it. But here's how it looks. So here's how everything looks. Underneath we do get a few items. The first item we have here is just these basic 6 drill bits. We have some sanding bands as well. I'm going to try to open this. Okay, there. So here's how all of the items look. I can see we have some fine, medium, and very coarse sanding bands, and then just these nail bits here. Next, we also have the USB plug. This 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞𝐬𝐭 can be used while plugged in as well, but it is also wireless, which means you can basically use it without any cord. Next, we have this ceramic bullet bit here. It's a medium bit. I think this is perfect for removal. So we also get this portable nail drill user manual for the 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐿. Here's how everything looks on the top. It gives you the product structure, how to install the drill bits, specifications, how to use. Back here we have troubleshooting guide, the 7-piece nail drill bits, an explanation of each bit, and just stuff like that. So here we have their 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐿. I'm going to go ahead and just remove it from the packaging. And so here's how the 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐿 looks. It's super gorgeous. I will say it is definitely heavier than what I'm used to. It's actually pretty heavy, and I have very small hands, so I want to go ahead and actually see how it will work on me. So here we have the lock button and the unlock button here. You just go ahead and twist it and it unlocks. So I'm going through the user manual because I actually do not know how to use this one. This one's a little bit trickier than the one I previously have. So here what we see is this little light indicator which shows the battery. We go ahead and click on it once, and then it's on standby, so now we have to click it again and it turns on. Currently it is in reverse motion. I double clicked it twice and now we are in forward motion. Here's how everything looks. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. So once you click it once, it's on standby still, so it's able to still be used. But after a while, if you don't click it again, then it basically turns off, as you guys saw the little light indicator. Now I do want to go ahead and show you guys what the bits inside. So I first went ahead and unlocked it. Here's how it looks. And let's go ahead and lock it back. It's now locked. Here's how the bit looks. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn it on. So off frame, I'm going to go ahead and just be adjusting the speed so you guys are able to see how fast this 𝐓𝐢𝐿 is going at. So I'm going to just turn it on. This is currently the highest. It's super quick. I'm actually afraid of using it on myself, but I'm gonna go for it. I have some dry skin here. So it's currently at 30,000 RPMs. So the video looks, it's super fast. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it down again. So currently we're at 30,000. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it to 25,000. We have 25. We have 20. We have 10. And then lastly, we have 5. So 5 is the safest, I would say. I would definitely use that for prep. I would probably use 10 or 15,000 RPMs to go ahead and do bulk. So far I actually really like it. I think it's actually pretty comfortable in my hands. When I first opened it up and I went ahead and just grabbed it, it did seem a lot heavier. And I thought maybe it's going to be a lot heavier on my hand, but honestly I have no problem with it at all. I think it's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn it off, and that is it for the e-file. Hopefully it wasn't too long for the e-file because I don't want this video to be too long. But onto the next item, we do have this UV LED lamp. Here's how it looks. I know the box is pretty big, so I do have to go ahead and kind of get off frame for a sec. Lamp, and of course remove everything off here. Down there we do have the user manual, as you guys can see. So here's how the lamp looks. In here we do get the USB plug. We do have the option of 10, 30, and 60 seconds. Plus we also back here do have the low power mode option or low heat mode, and we also have the 99 seconds and the double power. Here's how it looks. This lamp does have a matte texture, matte surface, not glossy at all. Inside here the lamp is black, so it's perfect if I don't want to cure any gels or accidentally apply a little bit of gel here. It shouldn't cure, or it should be able to be, you know, removed pretty easily. Here's how it looks. This base at the bottom also is not removable, it's just like this. Down here we do get this little type of like foam type of thing on the lamp, so it's not, you know, moving around the place, so it just stays still. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in, and then I'll be back shortly. So here's how the lamp looks. We do get the automatic sensor once we go ahead and just place your hand under here. As I do mention, this lamp is 48 watts. I do not recommend anything lower than that, and the highest I recommend is 54. I do have a lamp that I've been using for quite a while, I think over a year now, and it's 120 watts, and it's definitely powerful. It definitely does the job so much quicker and faster. But I also noticed that while using it, my hands have gotten darker. I also noticed that my hands have gotten drier, and overall it's just no good. I recommend it if you're doing press-ons, you know, but if you're working on your hands and you're constantly using the lamp, I definitely think over time it definitely, you know, just basically can damage your skin as well. So that is why I only recommend a 40 watt lamp or up to 54 watts. Now let's go ahead and continue on to the rest of the video. So for today's video, I'm going to be working with the Stiletto dual forms. Like I said, this video is going to be super simple, straight to the point. But yeah, here's how they look. I'm also going to go ahead and be working with the color Soft Pink by Rosalind. Super gorgeous color. But first off, I'm just going in, applying a very thin coat around the dual form, just like so. Now next we're just going to go in and just pat this into place. I'm only going to go ahead and be explaining this once. The rest I'm just going to let you guys enjoy, just because I've already went over this process before in another video. But here's how it looks. I'm just going to push that forward. We're going to try to make a very thin layer because I'm going to go in with the second layer to build the apex. Just because I feel like forms do not give you that apex at all. So here's how my layer looks. I'm done with the first nail. Now next, I'm gonna apply a very thin base coat onto my nails. Again, always prep them correctly. I am not gonna be doing that just because I have a few videos to do, so I do not want to keep these on. So I'm gonna go in, apply a very thin amount. Next, I'm gonna just go ahead and cure this for about 30 to 60 seconds. I'm going in and just applying a thin layer of base coat to the rest of the nails. And I'm only applying them a little bit further away from the cuticle area, just because I'm going to be doing a little bit of hand filing or e-filing. Very thin layer, doesn't have to be all over the nail, just because I'm not really focusing on that. I'm just making sure that I have a layer for the polygel to adhere to. Now next, I'm just going to go ahead and then cure this for about 30 seconds. Then next, we're ready to go ahead and just place the dough forms onto our nails. Now next, we're ready to go in and just place our dough forms. And I do want to add a little bit more length to these. So what I'm going to be doing is placing them a little bit farther away from the cuticle area. Here, I kind of messed it up when I was grabbing it. I'm just going to go in and fix it really quick. Okay, now here's the fun part. Here's how it looks. I think I have a lint on. Look at this. I have lint, or whatever it was when we went ahead and pushed the polygel out of the bottle. So here's how it looks. Now we want to go in and apply a little bit of pressure to the nail. Press it down, even if it comes off the sidewalls, that is okay. Here's how it looks. I'm pushing this back towards the cuticle area. And I'm trying to get it towards the sidewall here. Now that I'm done with that, again, I want to go ahead and mention to use a small UV LED lamp, and we're just going to go ahead and cure the product here only. We're only going in and curing the product on our natural nail. We don't want to cure any of the product over the free edge of the natural nail. So I'm just curing this into place for about 10 to 30 seconds. Now that it's being cured, it's holding it in place, and now we're able to still work on the underside of the form. and just go in and just perfect this. No need of any clips or holding it down or anything like that. Just look how beautiful that nail looks. Now we're ready to go in and then cure this for 30 seconds. Now onto the next nail again, a little bit farther away from the cuticle area. Press it down. Make sure you press down hard, otherwise sometimes down here you will have a little gap and there's no polygel under there, and so that is what we want to avoid. So make sure you're pressing down. I'm going to push what I can back towards the cuticle area. If there's nothing to push, that is okay. That means we did a good job on our application. Now next, again, grabbing our lamp, we're just going to cure the product on our natural nail only to go ahead and hold it down onto place so we're able to work on the underside later on without having to use any clips or anything like that. Now let's go ahead and work on the underside. Same deal. And then we're ready to go in and cure. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go and just enjoy watching the rest of the process. I did go ahead and just speed it up as I mentioned earlier. I don't want this video to be too long, even though it probably most likely is gonna be about like 45 minutes or so. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe down below, and let me know what you guys think about this set. So after curing all of this is how all of the nails now look. Super pretty. I absolutely love this color. So gorgeous. This one actually popped off. We try to fix it right now. I don't know how, but here's how some of them look. So here's how all of the nails look. I'm going in just cleaning them a little bit around here, especially removing that tacky layer because we're gonna go in and file these to perfection. Remove all of that. Here you guys can see that little lint I had there earlier, but I'm trying my best to remove all of that residue around my fingers here. There's nothing more that I hate than that, especially when doing polygel. So here's how the nails now look. And next, grabbing a hand file, just go in and just sharpen your shape up a bit. So here's how they look a little bit after filing the side walls. Now next we're also going to go in and just remove this little type of bulk we have here. So I'm going to go in and insert this ceramic extra fine bits. Here's how it looks. I'm making sure that it's at 5,000 RPMs. And now just around here, we're just going to remove all of this. I need to change the motion. Okay, now that it's in reverse, so all these actually did get fully cured. I actually have no problems with the lamp at all. Just thought I mentioned it because I forgot to mention it. And this one already popped off. We're gonna fix that later on. Same idea. I'll be back shortly. So once I went ahead and removed all of that bulk, now we're ready to go in and basically, even out the nails. So I'm going in and applying another layer of that soft pink polygel color. I'm going to push this back towards the cuticle area, kind of just fill that in, all of that gap. Then we're just going to go in and just cover the rest of the nail. For this part, I'm going in and actually just showing you guys this in real time. Then for the other two nails I believe I showed, I'm actually going to go ahead and speed it up.
I think I've fallen for you, and I don't know why, I don't know why. You love that summer rain in mid-July, mid-July. My last name fits you better. When I'm with you, there's no pressure. I miss your worn-out sweaters. Weather couldn't compromise our love. I spent too much time on us, and I think you got me stuck on loving. You can't function. I gotta tell you all my secrets, and you know that just ain't easy for me. Oh baby, won't you come to my town? Last time around you ain't come to my house. Stay for a while, meet my mama and my family. We'll see, let's see. I think I've fallen for you, and I don't know why, I don't know why. You love that summer rain in mid-July, mid-July. I think that we're overdue. You and I, you and I know that we'll make it through. Telling you why, telling you why. Yeah, summer rain on your tattoo. I know that nobody has you. So is it me you're running back to? I'm not ashamed to say I'm attached to you. Oh no, no, no. Remember those days when we sang those songs in your old Mustang that your parents bought, when they split ways and you felt alone? So you have a couple people trying to make up for your broke heart, looking for love love, and I think that I'm a good start. I know that you've been through a whole lot, but I have too. So baby, when you're missing me and it feels right, and I'm in your dreams like every night, I don't know why you won't give me another chance. With all our years in an hourglass, yeah.
I think I've fallen for you, and I don't know why. I don't know why. You love that summer rain in mid-July, mid-July. I think that we're...
So once I went ahead and applied that second layer to each and every single nail, here's how all of the nails now look. Now we're ready to go in and use our hand file. But before we do that, we're going to go in with 70% isopropyl alcohol to remove that tacky layer. Once we're done with that, then we're ready to go in and use our hand file. Here I'm using my hand file to go ahead and just crisp up my stiletto shape, make that point very, very sharp and crisp. So one of my favorite shapes is definitely stiletto. I really love it. I think it's super easy to sculpt out or even, do yourself. You're using nail tips or any forms. I just really love the look of this shape overall. Super pretty, and you can never go wrong with stiletto, especially if they're just one color. They just look absolutely gorgeous. I really recommend you guys try out this shape and let me know what you guys think about this shape as well. So once we're done crisping up our stiletto shape, here's how they look. So here I have 3 different type of nail bits that I would recommend if you guys are going to go ahead and debulk. These are my 3 must-have, and these are just overall my favorite. The first one I have there is just a cone extra fine, I believe it's carbide bit. I'm not too sure honestly on that. The second one here is a safety round top bit. It's also one of my favorites. And the last one is a fine cone bit. I believe it's also called cone or a 5-in-1 bit. I'm going to go ahead and be working with the first one you guys see there, which is the extra fine carbide cone bit. I'm going to first start off by just inserting this bit into my hand file. I am going to go ahead and kind of leave it a longer, little handle there, if that makes sense. Here it's too short, so we want to go ahead and just pull it up a little bit upper, just because we are working with longer nails. Once you have that done, I'm going to go ahead and just lock my bit into place and now turn on my hand file. Again, we're going to go ahead and turn it on by clicking once. Once we see the light, then we're going to go in and just click it again. Once it's on, I'm going to go ahead and just double click the power button to make sure that I change it to reverse motion. Once it's been on here, I'm just going ahead and pressing and holding to make sure that I am at 5,000 RPMs. So here's how the file looks. Here's how it's working at 5,000 RPMs. I absolutely love that. It's super great. Like I mentioned earlier, I thought it was going to be super heavy to work with and it just wasn't going to be as comfortable. But overall, I definitely prefer this one over the other one that I reviewed previously. That was also wireless. I absolutely love this one. It doesn't skip like the other one that I had previously reviewed. This one doesn't skip. It doesn't give me a problem at all. It's just super powerful. I really love it, honestly. And overall, it's just super comfortable, and I highly recommend you guys try it out. Here, like I mentioned earlier, I'm working at 5,000 RPMs. And then on to the next nail, when I'm working on the index, I did go ahead and just change up the speed to 10,000 RPMs to see how I liked it. And yeah, both ways, I honestly really loved it, and I think it definitely does the job. But yeah, most of you guys always ask me for my e-filing process, so I did go ahead and just leave this up for you guys. At the beginning, I went ahead and showed you guys how I see the cuticle area, and now I'm just going ahead and going over the ridge and all of that, and just making sure that I debulk the nail and just remove any unevenness from the nail. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and just enjoy watching the rest of my filing process. I will be back shortly to go ahead and show you guys the design we're going to go ahead and be doing on these beautiful stiletto nails. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching and just supporting me. It really means so much to me. And I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day. Once I'm done filing those nails, I went ahead and just grabbed my dusting brush to remove any of that dust off my hands. And then off camera, I did go ahead and just continue filing the rest of the nails to perfection. Just like, look at how these nails look. Really love the e-file. Super gorgeous. And so here's how all of the nails look after I went ahead and finished filing the rest of them. Just look at how that shape looks. That color also super gorgeous. I honestly was just debating whether I should have left them like this, just because it looked really pretty just with this neutral tone. But we're gonna go ahead and just use 70% isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe to remove any of that dust to get into our design. But yeah, just look how beautiful these look, and I just really overall love that soft pink polygel color as well. It's super gorgeous. So I do want to go ahead and just quickly talk to you guys about the downside to using dual forms. You always are going to go ahead and get this little hunch here that is just super annoying, but you know, it's worth it to me honestly, just because it cuts down my times tremendously. Now for our design, I'm going to be doing the French tips, and I'm going to be using this Rosalind Shiny Rainbow Gel in this beautiful hot pink color and this XXC pink liner brush. So first I'm going to go ahead and just draw a line down the middle to indicate the middle of my smile line. Then I'm going upwards towards the sidewall of my nail. Then I'm going downwards to meet that middle end point that I drew. And then here I'm just rounding out that edge there to create my smile line into an almond shape. Here I'm going to just go ahead and just fill that in and then cure this for 30 seconds. I'm going to place my fingers next to each other to go ahead and just kind of, you know, get them estimate of where the length of my smile line starts at. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just draw my smile line, fill it in again, and then also just cure this. I did go only ahead and show you guys 2 nails, just because I didn't want to show you guys the same exact process like 5 times or so, you know, just because the design is exactly the same to each and every single nail. I went ahead and went in with a little bit more gel. Then I went ahead and just placed that excess onto the middle of the nail. Then using my liner brush, I'm going to go in and just kind of spread this around to make sure that I have a very even layer, you know, and just a very pigmented layer overall. Once I'm done with that, then I'm going to go ahead and just cure this layer for about 30 to 60 seconds in my lamp. Here's how all of the nails look after, and I'm going to go in and just apply this glossy top coat by Model 1 to each and every single nail. But I actually didn't really like the glossy effect. Here you guys can see on the thumb, I applied that glossy top coat all over the nail. I didn't like how it looked, so instead I'm going to go in with this matte top coat by Born Pretty. I'm just going to go ahead and just matte out these nails, then cure this for 60 seconds in my lamp. Here's how all of the nails look matted. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think they look better in matte or glossy? I didn't like the glossy effects. I went in and just matted them out. Now I'm going in with some glossy top coat, and I'm applying this only to the pink glitter French part of the nail, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to go in and then cure this for 60 seconds. Lastly, I'm going to go in, apply some cuticle oil to rehydrate my cuticles, and that is it for today's set. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about this set. Did you guys love them, and what would you guys have done differently? Let me know. I really appreciate you guys' comments, and I just appreciate your support and just enjoying watching my videos. Like I said earlier, I 100% recommend the 𝐓𝐢. I think it's just a must-have. At first, like I said, I thought it was going to be heavy. It's super lightweight, just not too noisy like I thought it would be. And overall, it just really does the job well, and it's really powerful. So I highly recommend you guys purchase it. and for the price it's just really good, honestly. But other than that, I highly recommend it. I really didn't have a problem with any of the products I tried out today, and yeah, highly just recommend them. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys all so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye. And if you guys have any suggestions or anything you guys would like me to upload, let me know down below.